Point 256.
Welcome to a changing world.
Rock Point 256.
Welcome to another way of thinking.
Rock Point 256.
Yeah. Believe in yourself and in your heart.
Come with me to Rock
Hey,
Point.
discover the rock in you.
Come with me to Rock Point. Rock Point.
Rock Point 256. Discover the rock in you.
Hey, now that my brother is dead, I can take over his riches. After all, I'm his only brother and all his children are just girls. I see myself driving his car, wearing that chicken suit of his, sleeping in that Mazongoto bed. Everyone will say, I have arrived. It's my turn to pay that widow back for always treating me with disregard. She will have to lick my feet.
Primitive speculation. No one has a right to take over the property of the deceased unless as provided in a valid will. Remember, a will that excludes the widows and the orphans can be challenged in the courts of law.
This message is brought to you by Communication for Development Foundation Uganda, CDFU, with support from the Democratic Governance Facility, DGF.
Rock Point 256.
We are glad you have joined us today. This is the third summary of Rock Point 256 in its 10th year of broadcast.
As we promised today, we are joined by a listener. I'd like to ask her to introduce herself.
My name is Beatrice Namtebi. I'm coming from Liantonde and listening to KFM.
Thank you for accepting our invitation. Just in case you missed the summaries last week, let's have a recap of what happened in Peter's home.
So last week, Mama Sam grilled Peter about his irresponsible behavior. She wanted him to be a real man. One evening, she even refused to keep for him food because he had started coming home in the AM or even not showing up at all. This really annoyed Peter.
Well, I guess Mama Sam was right to be concerned about the way Peter had completely forgotten his family. It was so bad that his friends Blasio and John also got concerned.
What? You want to kill us, John? We need that money.
But we have been taking home a good amount for all these days.
You are right, John. Yeah. It's just that Peter here has been spending most of his money pampering Meg.
Hey. What I do with my money is my business, Blasio. Not so, John.
Well, that will be after we've returned what we borrowed.
Damn. What am I supposed to tell Mama Sam?
Mama Sam will be happy to see you for a change.
No, Blasio. I am talking about money. She lent me money. I promised I would pay her back.
Just tell the truth, Peter. You spent everything on your girlfriend and you've left nothing for your wife.
It is not a laughing matter, people.
Your headache is just beginning. She already knows about Mega.
How could she have known?
The way you follow Mega around like a hungry dog. To the market, to her home, for shopping. Hey man, everybody knows.
Has it been that obvious?
We see you going to Mega's after fishing. You think everybody around here is blind?
Come on. It's because you guys spread my secrets.
Not at all. Rock Point is a small town and news travels fast.
Are you saying that Mama Sam already knows?
Hey, Peter, wake up. What you do with your money is your business. But we agreed to pay off Blasio's loan first and keep a small amount of cash to take home with us now.
Yes, okay. But you guys just want to see me suffer.
Trouble. As if the money issues were not bad enough, Mama Sam noticed Peter was crashing a lot. Remember, he had started having sexual relations with Meg.
What's wrong?
Nothing is wrong.
The way you're scratching shows me something is wrong.
It's itchy work fishing. Do you have a problem with that?
I have a problem when you scratch your groin so fervently. Remember, I'm the end user.
I am not in the mood for your jokes, Mama Sam.
Who said I'm joking? Your scratching is getting out of hand.
Scratching myself is my business.
But you make it everybody's business. You scratch while talking to the kids. You scratch while talking to the neighbors. You don't even have any self-control over your scratching.
When have I scratched before the children?
You don't even notice you're doing it?
Very funny.
Anyway, I've put some hot water for you to bathe.
I bathed already.
From where?
At the lake.
Did they build bathrooms at the lake?
In the lake water, Mama Sam. Come on.
Then it must be the lake water that is making you scratch like that.
God must have given me the most annoying wife ever.
You'd better go bathe off whatever is making you scratch. Otherwise, you might have to see a doctor.
Honestly, I had a good bath.
Okay, let me see.
See?
Where did you get this sweet-smelling lotion from?
It must be the weeds in the lake. I need to wash them off. I am off to the bathroom.
Peter really thinks Mama Sam is a stupid woman. Sweet-smelling weeds in the lake, my foot! And it is so annoying that he is in denial even when he knows what he has done.
Peter should be happy that he has a wife who is concerned about him. I think she really loves her husband. I want to appeal to the listeners who missed the episodes ahead to continue listening because the story becomes even sweeter towards the end like a sugar cane.
Oh, yeah. Sugarcane is usually sweeter at the bottom. You're so funny. Okay, let's move on to Guma's funeral.
Guma's funeral was turning dramatic as Jackson, in many words, tried to persuade mourners to believe that Guma actually gave him the land he settled on. We left when Tom was close to an explosion with rage.
Then another unexpected twist happened at the funeral.
I have something important to say, sir.
I will request that you see me after this burial, okay?
This is very important, sir. It cannot wait.
Who's that speaking, Tom?
I don't know.
Really, we have had enough drama for the day. I don't want any further interruptions. Let's bury.
Solomon, I suggest we let the young man to speak.
But why must our brother's funeral have all this drama, Nana? Let's bury fast.
He says it's going to take a few minutes, Yokana. Let's listen to the young man.
But who is he in the first place? Do you know him, Nana?
He should first tell us who he is.
I think Judith is right, eh? I'm giving you only 2 minutes, young man, and first introduce yourself.
Thank you, sir. Yo, Dad. I didn't meet you, but bye. Your name is like a pie in the sky. Why did you die? Even though you're gone, there's one to replace you. Right here, right now. I am Denzel the Magic, Guma's firstborn son.
Did you hear that, mother?
What did he mean?
That his dad's first son. Oh my God.
Guma's first son? From where? Honestly, I'm going to faint from all these calamities.
Man, that is tight. And you know, it is not uncommon to see unknown children showing up at funerals. One Denzel the Magic turned up, throwing a spanner in the proverbial works of Guma's family. Judith was terribly traumatized because she had been very close to Guma, and he had never mentioned anything to do with the son, yet the boy was undeniably his. Judith was even angrier at Nana, a cousin to Guma. All along, Nana knew about Denzel's existence, yet she never breathed a word about him to Judith, her rather close friend, about this boy. Well, one of our listeners had a condolence message for Judith, a thing or two to say about Denzel.
Right. This is what the message says. I'm called Alex Ahimbisibwe, a medical student at Mulago. I'm glad to be one of the people who began listening to Rock Point 256 in 2005. Thank you for putting your program on YouTube. I ensure I do not miss any and they bring back the old memories when I listen to old episodes. However, I'm sorry for Madame Judith's loss and I advise her to check for Denzel's DNA and blood group because his character is not similar to Guma's. They shouldn't just believe that he's Guma's son.
Thanks, Alex. Hope they will do something about it. But I'm not sure DNA can be done since Guma's dead now.
It can be done. Samples can be taken from any of the close relatives. In this case, Tom Oyokana can be used for the DNA.
Oh, thanks for educating me. I've learned something new. But after the burial, the family met to discuss Denzo, and this is how the family meeting went.
But are we sure Denzo is Guma's son?
Do you have any doubts? He is just Guma's fleeting image.
I too can see that. But his behavior? The boy is a rapper.
Yes, like father, like son, Guma was a DJ, a toaster.
Oh, God save my soul. Has he greeted you yet, Nana?
Yes, I greeted him. I met him over there. Why do you ask?
Oh my God. Do you know how that boy greets? With his fist. What kind of behavior is that?
Yokana.
Surely that is not how we behave. Anyone with a granule of a brain would try to understand the new environment he is in and behave accordingly. Instead, he greets with his fist.
Are you sure he greeted you with his fists?
Am I a child to lie? That is how he has been greeting everyone here. He has no manners, not even one.
I am sure he didn't know you are his uncle.
And that is the one we have as Guma's firstborn child?
Yes, that is him. But there is Tom too.
Even Tom's behavior is worrying. The boy has too much anger.
I am sure it is the pain of losing his father. We should allow him to absorb the shock and grief. Both his parents are now gone. It is hard.
I will take care of that. These boys need a strong father figure.
True.
Someone who can also look after Guma's wealth with great care.
True. But remember, Judith, Guma's wife, is alive.
Who is Judith to us? She has not borne us any child. Do you want her to waste Guma's wealth on children who are from another man?
Not that.
Then what? I already have a plan laid out properly.
What is that, Yokana?
Judith cannot parent these boys. They need me. I will build a house back in the village which they can call home. Who knows? Judith can wake up one day and get married to another man, and then everything vanishes to another family. The children must be protected.
I smell a rat.
Me too. I think Yokana just wants Guma's wealth to be transferred to him under the disguise of caretaking. I believe Judith has been a good wife to Guma and deserves some respect, even if Yokana is Guma's older brother.
There seems to be a lot of drama brewing at Guma's home. The parents of Foundation Primary School were also upset the last time we listened to them.
Yeah. Mama Sam told Mama Irene and other mothers about her children failing Uwezo. Mama Irene's daughter, Susan, also sat for the exam and failed. To make matters worse, they heard about corporal punishment meted out by the headmaster. They confronted the headmaster, who in turn vented his anger towards the teachers in the presence of the pupils during an assembly.
That humiliation did not go down well with Pamela, and she tried to tell the headmaster that what he did was wrong. Instead, they ended up in a verbal exchange, with Pamela taking a very drastic decision.
I've thrown in the towel.
What?
Yes, Robert, I have resigned.
Why?
That headmaster, what a jerk. He backed at me and told me never to bother going back to his school.
You must have done something to spark off that.
It was about Damali, Deo's daughter. Deo beat up Damali so badly.
And?
I asked the headmaster to intervene and speak to Deo.
And the headmaster said no, of course?
Yes, you should see the kid, Robert. Her eye was bruised. She couldn't even come and perform in the MDD competition.
I know that's bad. But how did you get into the headmaster's bad books?
Because he has done nothing about Damali. The headmaster doesn't care. He he's happy to leave Damali to be bullied and beaten by her father and taken out of school.
Look, it's bad, Pamela, but you're not teaching. That's not helping anybody. I mean, the headmaster kicked you out of school. What does that mean? Don't bother coming back. I don't understand.
I told him he didn't care about Damali being beaten. In the same way, he condones corporal punishment.
You told him that?
I did.
What? Now I understand why he reacted like that.
The headmaster has a responsibility to stop a father beating his daughter and selling her off in marriage.
Does he?
So everybody just stands aside and watches as a young girl is beaten and forced into marriage? What kind of education is that?
You know what, Pamela? I'm not in the mood for an argument. I'm going to work.
Well, I have also resigned and I'll not have to deal with that headmaster again. I am done with teaching for good.
So you're spending here the whole day, right?
Yeah. And I want to go out this evening to dance all the teaching misery out of my system.
Really?
I am serious.
Well, on a positive side, a fun-filled evening with you would be great. You are usually up to your nose in books.
Well, I want to spend the whole night having fun with you.
I'm glad. I just wish I didn't have to go to work right now.
And did we see Teacher Pamela get her groove on? That night, she danced and drank herself silly with Robert. She was absent from school, and the headmaster had no option but to send the children home because Teacher Mark too was absent, and the pupils were rowdy.
That was a very hilarious episode. I remember there was a lot of pressure from the parents and the headmaster had no choice but to beg Pamela to come back to teach.
Lucky for him, Pamela gave in and went back to teach. She was, however, shocked to find that some children, including Freddie, had stopped attending school. Meanwhile, at home, Freddie mysteriously disappeared when Joanne sent him to buy salt.
This is puzzling, John. You can't imagine that I sent him to buy salt way before lunchtime.
I don't think there is cause for alarm, John. You know how playful Freddie is. He could have gotten carried away.
I am feeling guilty because he was complaining that his leg was hurting.
He is probably just playing at the shops. Maybe he met his friends.
All his friends went to school.
I don't think you should worry unnecessarily. I think Freddie is fine.
I hope you're right. I had to personally go get the salt and I did not find him. In fact, I asked the shopkeeper and he told me that he hadn't seen him at all.
You know what? Go get baby Samantha. Let me take a bath and then I will go ask around for Freddie. Who is it? The door is open. Come in. Joan, your prodigal son is here.
Are you sure?
Of course. And he doesn't look like anything happened to him.
I can't believe it. Let me come.
So, Freddie, where have you been?
At school.
At school? But your mother says that she had sent you for salt.
I escaped from her.
You will need to hear this for yourself, John.
What is it? And you're in uniform? Where are you coming from?
I'm from school.
He told me he is from school.
What? Didn't I warn you not to go to school?
No, I was missing my friends and I don't want to be like you who didn't go to school.
I simply love Freddie. He's assured his mother about her inadequate education.
Life is so amazing. Imagine Joanne stopped her son from going to school while Peace is fighting for Damali to stay in school.
Damali was so devastated when she overheard her parents arguing about her father, Deo's plans to marry her off to the Konake family.
Oh my God. Damali could have run away.
Why would she run away?
Dorothea, go to the kitchen and see whether my fire is still lighting.
Okay, Mommy.
Deo, Damali could have had us quarreling over the arrangement to marry her off. She could have run away because of this.
Peace. I can see you're trying to play tricks on me, but you won't manage.
Now what tricks?
You must be hiding Damali so that I can change my mind about this marriage.
Dewo. How can you even think of such? Our daughter is missing and that is all you think of, really?
Nothing will make me change my mind.
Dewo, stop thinking about yourself. Think about where our daughter is. What if something happens to her? Our daughter must be scared. Oh my God, my Damali. Oh, Damali, where are you, my child?
Peace, don't think I was born yesterday. If you don't produce Damali here in 30 minutes, you will see what I will do to you.
Damali! Damali! Where are you, Damali?
Deo and Peace looked for Damali everywhere, and when they finally got her, Deo stopped her from going back to school.
This is what one of our listeners had to say about this.
Michael Casco from Kamuli over the phone said that it is very bad to marry off underage girls because these are children who do not understand the responsibilities that come with the marriage. These are the kind of mothers who drink their children's milk because they are children themselves. As a wife, girls like Damali are likely to be unhappy, to hate marriage, and to detest her husband because she's not mentally ready to handle the challenges of marriage and in-laws. The husband of such a girl will not also be happy because given her age, she may not be able to give you sound advice on financial matters as a wife should. You lose because she has no ideas she brings to the family.
Michael is right. A child like Damali does not deserve to become a wife or mother now, for the reasons Michael has shared.
Pamela got concerned about Damali's absence in school and paid Dewo's home a visit.
I am happy to see you, Teacher Pamela.
Good to see you too, Damali.
I am sorry I couldn't make it for the drama competition.
So are we. Honestly, it was a disaster. Joy took your part and she did very well, but it was impossible to catch up and learn all the words in time.
I am sorry, teacher.
What happened to you? Is that bruising?
My father beat me.
What?
That's what I was saying, Teacher Pamela. Her father will not allow Damali to go to school.
This is terrible. Damali cannot be beaten like this.
I know.
You have to go to the police, Peace.
My father locked us in the house so we couldn't go anywhere, teacher.
He locked you in the house?
He's serious, Pamela. You have no idea.
Damali must come back to school, Peace. This can't go on.
I want to come back to school, Teacher Pamela.
But Deo says she must be married. That is why he's stopping her.
I don't want to get married, Teacher Pamela.
Don't worry, Damali. This is so wrong. You cannot be punished just because you're a girl. It is just not right. I am going to see to it that Damali comes back to school and gets the education that is her right.
I love Pamela's drive. Have you helped a girl get back to school after an attempt to marry her off? Why didn't you tell us about it? Send us an SMS on 0776 256 256 or type the word CDFU, leave a space and send it to 8888. You can also visit our Rock Point Facebook page and leave your comment there.
And don't forget to dial 0800 200 600 for counseling and civic education, health, gender-based violence issues, and more. Tune in again next week, same time for the 4th summary of Rock Point 256.
Rock Point 256 is brought to you by Communication for Development Foundation Uganda, CDFU, and made possible with support from the Democratic Governance Facility
and from Twaweza Uganda. It takes one person to make change happen. Change, ni mimi, ni wewe, ni sisi. Change is me, it's you, it's us.
My love is mine and I am his. He browses among the lilies until the day breaks and the shadows flee.
Aha. Someone is in love.
Oh yes, my friend. Have persuaded him to marry me before someone takes him. I even lied to him that I am 18.
What? Rita, you are only 16. You are going to get that guy in big trouble for defilement.
He said yes and I said yes.
Be aware.
The law of Uganda says that marriage before the age of consent, below 18 years of age, amounts to defilement and carries a maximum sentence of death or life imprisonment. Marriage can wait. If he can't wait for you, he doesn't love you. This message is brought to you by Communication for Development Foundation Uganda, CDFU, with support from the Democratic Governance Facility, DGF.
Rock Point 256.
Welcome to a changing world.
Rock Point 256.
Welcome to another way of thinking.
Rock Point 256.
Yeah. Believe in yourself and in your heart.
Come with me to Rock Point.
Hey, discover the rock in you.
Come with me to Rock Point. It's your right, time to be the judge. Smile the rock in you right now. Make a decision, make it right. You got the power deep within you. It's your right, time to be the judge. Smile the rock in you right now. Make a decision, make it right. You got the power deep within you. Rock Point 256. Rock Point 256. Come with me to Rock Point. Come with me to Rock Point. It's your right, time to be the judge. Smile the rock in you right now. Make a decision, make it right. You got the power deep within you. It's your right, time to be the judge. Smile the rock in you right now. Make a decision, make it right. You got the power deep within you.
Welcome to a changing world.
Rock Point 256.
Welcome to another way of thinking.
Rock Point 256.
Yeah. Believe in yourself and in your heart.
Come with me to Rock
Hey,
Point.
discover the rock in you.
Come with me to Rock Point. It's your right, time to be the judge. Smile the rock in you right now. Make a decision, make it right. You got the power deep within you. It's your right, time to be the judge. Smile the rock in you right now. Make a decision, make it right. You got the power deep within you. Rock Point 256. Rock Point 256. Come with me to Rock Point. Come with me to Rock Point. It's your right, time to be the judge. Smile the rock in you right now. Make a decision, make it right. You got the power deep